production.
Story. Once upon a time.
Time.
Shouting Chikoka. So I'm going to be telling you guys the story of Esther today.
Ooh.
Esther. So King Xerxes, the king of Persia at that time, had a wife called Vashti. And one day he called his executives, his close friends, to have a dinner. And the close friends said, you have your wife, let us see your wife. Get your wife, let her come and greet us. And Queen Vashti said she's not coming out, that she's not going to come out to greet them. And King Xerxes got very angry. He said, why? Now, why will his wife behave like that? Why will she embarrass him like that? And they advised him, one of them advised him that, how can you have a wife that is telling you that? Get you a wife that you can be proud of, that won't embarrass you like this again. So the king ordered that all the maidens, all the virgins and maidens of marriageable age in Persia, all of them should come, get beautified, and then he will select his wife. And there was a lady called Hadassah. She was the niece of Mordecai. And Mordecai was working in the king's court at the time. And he heard about it, and he prepared his niece Esther, Hadassah. Her name is also Hadassah. He prepared her for the beautifying process. And he told her to listen to the people beautifying her and do everything that they tell her to do, exactly the way they tell her to do it. And she did it, and yours faithfully, yours sincerely, the king picked her to be his wife. Haman was so full of himself, he didn't like the Jews, Hadassah's people, that's Esther's people. He didn't like them for anything, and he was planning to kill them, to execute all of them.
Did you plan to also kill Esther?
Yes, if his plan went as according to how he planned it, Esther would have died, and all her people too would have died like that. So when Esther heard, this happened because Mordecai refused to bow down before him as he was coming into every time he comes into the king's court, he expects everybody to bow down before him. But Mordecai never bowed down before him. And this got him very angry. Very, very, very angry. So he decided that everybody, all the Jews, will be killed, will be hanged. He will hang all of them. So when Mordecai heard this and Esther heard that her people were going to be killed, do you know what she did? She told all her people that they should fast for 3 days. And she was going to pray for the wisdom of God so that she can handle things. So they fasted for 3 days, and after the fasting process, she told the king that she wanted to host him and Haman in a dinner that night. And you don't appear before the king without him asking you to. But she told her people before she started the fast that if she perishes, she perishes. But she had to do what she had to do. So she went without being called to the king, and the king held out his scepter. If he does not hold out his scepter, the person will be executed. But when he saw it was Esther, he held out his scepter and called her. And she said she wanted to have a dinner with him and Haman in the same place, in in the king's courtyard. Yes, it's good. She was there to organize a dinner for him. So she organized that dinner the first time. She did it the second time, and on the second time, Haman had already prepared the gallows where he was going to hang the Jews, and Mordecai. Do you understand? So that day, that second time they had the dinner, she now went and told the king that, do you realize Haman was eating on the same table? So she told the king that, do you realize that this your right hand man that you are eating with wants to kill my people, all my people, and that includes me? And the king said, what? What is the meaning of that? The next thing Haman did, he knelt down to beg Esther that she should not say things like that now. She should stop it. And the king turned and saw him begging Esther and said, do you also want to assault my wife in my presence? We are touching my wife in my presence. And then he ordered that he ordered that Haman and his entire family be hanged in the same place that he had prepared to hang Esther, her uncle, and the Jews. So they hanged all of them there. And Esther lived as a queen in that place.
And what happened to Vashti?
Vashti they sent her away in that time. There was a huge war after that between the Jews and the other people. The other people that Haman was, because the king had already signed the order for them to
divorce,
for them to kill the Jews. So there was a huge war, but Esther's people were able to succeed in the war and win the war. They succeeded. But if Esther did not do what she had to do, they would have killed her people. So what did you learn?
I learned that it's good to speak up in everything we do.
Yeah, what did you learn?
I learned that it's not good to be wicked.
Yes, it's not good to be wicked. And they made Mordecai one of the head. The king made Mordecai his right hand man. So both Esther and Mordecai had beautiful political positions in Persia at the time.
Mommy,
because they stood their ground.
I also learned that you will be judged in the same way you judge others.
Yes. All right, people. Bye.